So you got yourself a new mountain bike. Congrats. Now it's time to upgrade it. Yes, I'm serious, but there are 5 simple and relatively inexpensive upgrades that you can do yourself. Upgrades that will make your bike better and your riding much more enjoyable. First up is where you put your butt. I'm talking about your saddle. Saddle, seat, same thing. Chances are your bike comes with an okay seat or saddle, but it won't be the lightest or the most comfortable. You can fix that easily. Take this giant stance for instance. The saddle is okay, mid as the kids would say. You don't have to break the bank for a new saddle, but in general, the more money you spend, the lighter it'll be. But forget about that. Let's talk about comfort. An aftermarket saddle will almost always be more comfortable than the rock that your bike company provided to you. They will in general also be lighter. Now, there are a lot of companies making saddles out there, but for my money, the best saddles are from WTB, Wilderness Trail Bikes. I've been using these for over 20 years, and they're a good mix of quality, performance, and comfort. Now, comfort is key, and for around 40 bucks, you can get a WTB Volt saddle that has a very good seat and is better than what you have on your stock bike. Now, Ergon also makes some nice saddles. I have one, but it's not as comfortable as my WTB saddle. Another upgrade that makes a difference in your comfort is the handlebars. Many new bikes come with heavy steel bars that are either straight or they have minimal rise. You can get a good aluminum bar that's going to be lighter with more rise, take the pressure off of your wrists and making the riding position more upright. It's a simple thing, but a slightly higher bar can really minimize pain and numb hands on a longer ride. Now Spank, they make some good bars. For around 40 bucks, you can get 25 millimeter rise, 40 millimeter rise, 60, or even higher. Now, if you ride mostly flat trails, you can go with a higher rise. Now, word of warning, you need to know if you need a 31.8 millimeter or 35 millimeter bars. And what I'm talking about is the diameter of the bar where it meets your stem, where it clamps into your stem. The best way to know is to measure the one that's on there right now. Now, something else that's really simple you can change are your grips. Many people overlook the component that joins your hands to the bike, and you shouldn't. Stock grips tend to be harder rubber and not as comfortable as aftermarket grips. There are a ton of companies making grips, but I like ODI and PNW. Now the PNW Loam grips are some of the most popular on the market because they are great grips. They're available in a lot of different colors. I mean, you know, that matters to some, right? And they're very comfortable with or without gloves. Now ODI has been around since the old BMX days, and they offer a lot of different grips, from traditional mushroom grips to my favorites, the dreadlock grips. They're tough silicone foam with finger indents that just feel awesome. You see finger indents right there. You can get them in there, right? And you can see this. This is nice. So it looks like foam, but it's not a traditional foam. It's like a silicone foam. So it's tougher. And they absorb impacts, and they also give you a lot of grip, and they feel nice on the hands. And you really shouldn't overlook that. Let's talk about tires. Now, I'm not even going to go into tubeless versus tubes. I mean, tubes are fine for most people, so we're not going to talk conversions here. When I talk about tires, I want to point out the tires on your bike may not be the best for the terrain you ride on. The tires you have now are they're in general riding tires, meaning they work just about everywhere, right? But they are masters of none. Now, take where I ride the most, Stillwell. This trail is typical Long Island with a lot of trees, leaves, but also has a lot of loose rocks and sand. Now, you need a rear tire that can grip in this kind of material, not an all-around tire. The tires I usually ride have a lot more grip in the back, almost like they're scoops. So you're when you're churning the wheels, it is scooping into the ground and it is really gripping. Now, like all mountain bike components, there are a lot of different tires to choose from, a lot of different companies that make them, a lot of different wheel sizes. Now, a place like Worldwide Cyclerly offers just about every mountain bike tire there is, and you can find one that'll suit your trail better than what you have right now. You can also pop into a bike shop and check out the tires in person. Now, finally, something else that can make your bike better by making it safer, you can upgrade your brake rotors to a larger size, specifically your front, because that's where most of the stopping power actually comes from, around 70% actually. You'll need to get an adapter a new rotor, and neither of these are going to cost you all that much. Now take a look at your fork and see how the brake connects to it. That'll let you know what kind of adapter you need. Chances are you have a 160 millimeter on there now, and you can easily grab a 180 millimeter rotor and upgrade your stopping ability massively for super cheap. Now let me show you the difference between 160 and 180 millimeter. Here we go. We got 180 on this wheel right here, right? This is 160, and you can see right here. It doesn't look like much, but that is a fair amount of surface area. So that's going to help dissipate the heat better, you know, on a downhill, and it's also going to give you a lot more braking ability. It's a simple upgrade, and it's really going to affect your performance out on the trail. So think about this one. All right, I hope I gave you some ideas from this. Thanks for watching. I'll see you out on the trail.